I guess it's just a big day for us, America, because it is not only very convenient for this to be released today, we're heading into P. Diddy's trial. They're selecting the jurors today for the trial to begin, and they want to tell us now that these tunnels are real. So Bush official claims U.S. built secret $21 trillion underground city for rich and powerful to live if near extinction event happens. Do you guys remember Catherine Bitts? Not long ago, about maybe 2 weeks ago at the most, on Tucker Carlson, she was whistleblowing on all the Bush administration, and she says that they built underground cities. So here's a little bit more about the background with Catherine Bitts. I don't think we're on tunnels anymore. Like I said, I think we're to the point with cities, underground cities, literally. But here's my question. If they were able to spend $21 trillion on this underground city for the elites, how did they keep these workers quiet? Sure, you have NDAs, you have things like that. People don't always keep their word, and something like this, there's going to be tons of workers, thousands, maybe millions of workers in all different fields, and you're telling me that they all kept their mouths shut.
The thing is, it appears to me, if you go back through history, every 10,000, 12,000 years, we have, some kind of huge disaster.
An extinction event.
A near extinction event. So I don't know if you've ever read the science fiction book, Three Body Problem.
No.
It's fascinating. It's one of the top Chinese science fiction and it's about
I've read no Chinese science fiction.
Okay.
I'm feeling very ignorant this morning.
No, because here's the thing. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world's going on.
Yeah, amen. We'll start in the same place.
And so that always, as you know, that always leads you to the most.
It does.
Right.
It does.
Right. So I think the thing that got me to read Three Body Problem was Obama made some cryptic comment about people ought to read this book. It was like, hint, here are the problems I'm dealing with. And the Three Body Problem is about other bodies that come into the solar system, and it's impossible to predict their trajectory. And then when they do, they create this catastrophic flooding and earthquakes and all this other stuff. Anyway, but I think that whether it's a pole shift, magnetic pole shift is one of the theories of what causes these events. But there is a history of near extinction events. And one of the things that I've looked at, because I'm trying to figure out, between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solier.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So
in the United States?
In the United States, all over the world. But from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Solier Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. And then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170.
All right, Shalom. Shalom. I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi. This your brother Dawadah here at the church in Birmingham, Alabama, coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. So you had this article drop, a couple of days ago regarding these deep underground military bases. All right, which are now deep underground military cities, man. Okay. And start with our head apostles and elders. We've been warning you. We've been telling you that these devils think they're going to escape here in America. But you're not going to escape here in America. Now, these various places around the world, yeah, you're going to have a way to escape, but you're going to end up being the first fruits of slavery. But all these bases that's situated here to the shores of America, Babylon the Great, guess what? You're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to eventually be encompassed in that lake of fire, man. Okay? This place is going to be their tomb. Okay? Now, you see what this lady was talking about, extinction level events, but it's going to be the end of Esau's kingdom. It's going to be that extinction level event, man. When those ICBM missiles are shot out. Scriptures call it the day of doom. Let's grab that. Okay? And that's what we get ready to see. The day of doom, man. 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Right? What time is the scripture speaking on, man? Well, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That word world in the Greek, aeon or eon, meaning a period of time, an age. So this is the age that we're witnessing when it comes to its conclusion. And the beginning, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, right? The kingdom of Israel, all right? Wherein corruption is past, and we know corruption, all right, is associated with Esau. I believe Psalms 14, all right? It says, and temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up. Right? You can clearly see this is dealing with two different systems, man, two different kingdoms. All right? Again, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. It says, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor oppress him that have gotten the victory. See? So this is dealing with a certain particular state of time, man. The day of doom, the end of Esau's rulership, man. And that's the real extinction event, that she's speaking about. All right, that they're speaking about. She did a interview with Tucker Carlson and brought out this certain information. All right, but through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi, the prophets of the Lord have been telling you about these things, man. Now I have that article, and I found it on the independent.co.uk. So this is worldwide news, man. It says U.S. has a 21 trillion underground network only for the wealthy to hide out in a near extinction event, officials say. See that? Now, most of the information that was given, the lady had spoke on in that video. So we're not going to particularly read too much into this article. But you see those certain budgets that were, extraordinarily high, and all the cuts that's being done there. It was simply done to build these deep underground bases, man. All right, these deep underground cities. And she mentioned that these were also on the coast of America, underwater, man. Okay? Hey, and the scriptures speak on all that. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2. And, yeah, I'm going to start at verse 12. And you see the heading, a day of reckoning coming. Yeah, it's a day of reckoning coming for Esau, man. The Lord is going to require of you all that you have pushed forth in the planet Earth. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 12. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. And we understand that pride, all right, is associated with who? Esau. All right? You can see in the way he conducts himself on the planet Earth, man. He believed that the Big Bang Theory is how everything was established and he came out on top. Oh, the few, the proud, the Marines. Pride Month. See? It says, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. See that? And upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, yeah, these governments, right? And upon all the hills that are lifted up, yeah, these lesser governments. See, the Lord is getting ready to bring this place down. What does Scripture say? Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before fall. See? It says, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all the pleasant pictures, and the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Right? You're going to be real acquainted with Yahawashi once those missiles start flying. It says, and the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rock. See that? And into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord, and for the fear of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. Yeah, Scripture tell you that the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard, man. Okay? Yahawashi coming with those so-called UAPs, which are the chariots of Yahawashi, to exact vengeance on the heathen, chiefly Esau, Edom, with that laser fire. Okay? It says, in that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they have made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. See? They gonna get rid of that shit. It says to go, and you gotta have fun with this, man. You gotta visually see this kingdom being destroyed, man. It says to go into the cliffs of the rocks. See that? And to the tops of the jagged rocks, for the fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. See that? Oh yeah, the Lord is gonna destroy this place, America, Babylon, the Great, utterly, and various places around the world. All right, the land of Israel is going to be destroyed. See, the land of Israel is going to be rebuilt. All right, but America is not going to be rebuilt, man. Scripture tells you it's going to be a desert wasteland. But it's showing you that these damn devils think they're going to be able to escape, all right, in these deep underground cities, these deep underground military bases. No. See? Isaiah chapter 9, and you see it. The Most High's judgment unavoidable. So it don't matter how deep you go, in the sea you go. It doesn't matter if you climb all the way up into the space. Hey, man, look, matter of fact, let's read it. Amos, right? Chapter 9 and verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. So you think you got a escape route? You don't. Though they dig into hell, right, into the ground, okay, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. See that? So it don't matter if you in the space stations or deep under the ground, the Lord going to find you out, man. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they hide from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them right. Leviathan, man. Besides the Lord sending the angels, the men of the Lord, those hunters, to come and round you people up, man. Yeah, the Lord has Leviathan set to terrorize your ass in the sea too. You see? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that there shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Yeah, North America, Babylon the Great. Okay? And from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord. And that's what you're seeing occur on the planet Earth now. All right? The Lord said, I will make you fishers of men. So the gospel is being preached. And after, I will send for many hunters, see that? And they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and from the holes of the rock. See? So it ain't no escape. You think you're going to get away? You think you're going to be in these certain Cheyenne mountain retreats? You know? No, man. That's not going to save you. You know? All the protection, no. It's not going to save you. See that? North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, the bunker located at Cheyenne Mountain Complex. See? So, yeah, you think you going to have these underground bases going to save you and preserve you? No. Tell you, here in the shores of America, you're going to be completely destroyed, man. You see? But, yeah, the Lord going to send for many hunters. And they're going to hunt you in those certain military cities, those certain deep underground military bases. And that's a hell of an acronym the Lord set up for them, man. Dumb. Because it's dumb to think you're going to use that to escape. Deep underground military base. See? Revelation chapter 6 and verse 14. Excuse me. I'm going to start at verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Right, those ICBM missiles being shot off, man. Dropping, pelting America, Babylon the Great from sea to shining sea. And the heaven departed as a scroll, see? When it's rolled together real quick. What is that? Is that Isaiah 34? Real quick. Yep, Isaiah chapter 34. I'm going to get to the point, verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Yeah, that mushroom cloud. And all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as the falling fig from a fig tree. See? For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Yeah, Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. Showing you where the target is here in America, Babylon the Great. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. See? The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats. Yeah, you Israelites here in the shores of America, 2/3, the ones who are destined for destruction, you're going to be destroyed too. With the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice. Here is going to be a sacrifice, as Elder Pastor Hart mentioned it, man. A great sacrifice here. America is the altar. See? And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. See that? Let's go back Revelation. Revelation 6 and 13. And the stars of heaven, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, which is those ICBM missiles, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and every island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain, you see? So yeah, they were going to believe they're going to be able to escape, here in America. But no, there's not going to be an escape for you. Now these military and underground cities that they have around the world, guess what? You're going to be preserved for slavery. You see? And she was wondering why, that lady in the first video, why these people are not talking. Hell, they could have a deal set up the way, hey, when all hell break loose, we're going to need you to serve the rich people. And that's how you're going to be preserved. So, yeah, they're going to shut the fuck up, man. And the ones who have a thing of talking, guess what? They probably already put their ass to death. You go to that movie, is it 2012? Where they was building those ships, those arcs as they call them, to withstand the crush shift, because everything was going to be flooded. Well, they put a lot of people to death when they was trying to expose that plan, man. So who's to say it ain't happening now? And the ones who don't say nothing have a plan or have an agreement, as it were, that they're going to be able to be preserved by serving the rich elite, man. That's why it says every bondman, see that? And every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. See? For the great day of his wrath is come. And who shall stand, and who shall be able to stand? Well, we know you people are not going to be able to stand, man. Okay? When the Lord sent those those missiles, to end this place, which is what? The day of doom, But Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, come next year with another lesson. Till the next time I say, Shalom.